Okay, so this is Unit 1 Review Density. So these are questions 3 through 7 on the review guide. Okay, a sample of a liquid solvent has a density of 0.915 grams per mil. What is the mass of 85.5 milliliters of the liquid? Well, the first thing I'm going to put in here is density is mass divided by volume. Okay, so we are looking for mass. So mass equals density times volume. How you do that is you're going to be, this is what you're looking for. So you X that out, and this means times. This little thing means times, so it's going to be density times volume. Okay, so mass equals, now the density is right here, because it even says it has a density of 0.915. And then this, because it's in milliliters, is the volume, 85.5. When you do that multiplication, it is 78.2 grams. Okay, so a 234 gram solid block, which is the mass because it's in grams, has a volume of 7.43 times 10 to the minus second centimeters cubed, which is another volume unit. What is the density? So we're going to write our little upside down peace sign. So density is mass divided by volume. Now it's looking for density. So it's what is the density? So we're going to cut that out. And remember, this means divide by. So now our formula is density equals mass divided by volume. Okay, so our mass is right here because it is in grams. I can't talk today. So 234 is the mass. The volume is 7.43 E negative 2. Reason why I wrote that is on your calculator, you're going to hit 234, hit the divide by key. Then you're going to hit 7.43, the EE button, negative 2, and then you're going to hit equals. Anytime you have something in scientific notation, you can use that EE button. So then this comes out to be 3149 grams per centimeter cubed. Oops. Oh well, pretty easy, huh? Okay, a sample containing 33.42 grams of metal pellets is poured into a graduated cylinder, initially containing 12.7 mils of water, causing the water level in the cylinder to rise 21.6 milliliters. Calculate the density of the metal. Now, before I go on, those of you that actually did the density lab and did it correctly would realize that this is kind of how the density lab was done. Remember those blocks? They were actually put into a tank of water. The tank had initially had a volume of 100 milliliters, and then it went up to usually 105 or 104. And then to get the volume, you were supposed to subtract. So you're going to do the same thing here. You're going to subtract. So we know that its density equals mass divided by volume. I'm not going to put the little circle with the upside down peace sign in it because we did that on the last slide. So let's look at our numbers. This is our mass. So the density is 33.42 grams. Now to calculate the volume, it's 21.6 minus 12.7. Because it was 12.7. This is the volume of the water without the pellets in it. This is the volume with the pellets. When we subtract the two, it'll give us 8.9 mils, which is the volume of just the pellets alone. And when we do that, it's 3.76 grams per milliliter. Okay, a gas cylinder having a volume of 105 milliliters contains 1.3 liters of gas. What is the density of the gas? Density is mass divided by volume. Okay, so density is, your mass is 1.30 grams, and your volume is 105 milliliters. And when you do the math on that one, you get 0.012 grams per mils. And that's common for a gas. Most gases have extremely small densities. Okay, a solid block of iron has dimensions 4.2 centimeters by 1.8 centimeters by 6.7 centimeters. The density of iron is 7.97 grams per centimeter cubed. What is the mass? Okay, well, we have the density, but I don't see a volume. Well, there is kind of a volume. Volume is length times width times height, if you remember from math, from your algebra course. So we're going to take, for here, we're going to take 4.2 times 1.8 times 6.7. And when we multiply all that out, we get 50.7 centimeters cubed. So there's our volume. So once again, we'll do the upside down P sign. And oops, we're looking for mass. So mass equals density times volume. So mass equals the density, which is 7.97 times 50.7. And when we do that calculation, we get a mass of 404 grams. Okay, now there's going to be one more, so keep tuned. It wasn't on the review, but there's one similar to this on the test, so I want to make sure you guys know how to do it. Okay, so the next one, or the last one, an object with a mass of 15.0 grams has a density of 1.91 grams per mil. What is its volume? Okay, so we're going to do our little upside down P sign. Mass, density, volume. So this time we're looking for volume. So volume is density divided by mass. So volume is, the density is 1.91 divided by 15.0 grams, and that's grams per mil. So we're going to take our little calculator and do 1.91 divided by 15. So it gets us 0.127 milliliters. How do I know it's milliliters? Because the density is given in grams per mils. Okay, so that's it. So hopefully you guys will have no problems doing density on the test.